Teen Titans number 22, written by Scott Lobdell, art by Eddie Barrows and Jesus Marino. Last issue, I'm not even going to tell you what happened because this first page is just a full recap by Beast Boy talking to Robin. And I'm just going to read the whole damn thing. Some crazy demon named Trigon comes to Earth and he's all keepsies. The Teen Titans are like, no way, Trigon, dude. Go back to the toaster oven you call home. Then he takes off and leaves his daughter behind, but Raven's cool with it because she's all, I never liked that guy anyway. He sends her brothers back to grab her, but you all go A-team on their asses and put them in a sling. Now Deadly Daddy is back and he's taken possession of all the superpowered Teen Titans and he's going to kill us. There you go. That's everything that happened over like the whole arc. So we see all the Teen Titans going after Raven. She makes duplicate of herself as splitting her soul self, and she audibly says like, I can't hold this for very long, Red Robin. And they're like, thanks for sharing your weakness. And she's like, you're possessed by my dad who knew my weakness. Shut up. And so they all start fighting. We see Trigon is there like, ha ha ha. Imagine how easy it would be to have these Titans like destroy the world. I could just send them out, no problems. And we see all them like using their powers against Raven and Raven using her powers against them. And in the end, Beast Boy turns into a giant octopus, latches himself onto Trigon's head long enough to distract him, so Red Robin can zoom down with his super pointy wings and stab Trigon in the back of the head through the eyes. And then he just leaves his wing behind. And Trigon is just like, wow, good job, kid. I respect that. Anyway, I'm still going to destroy the world, but you can have your victory today. And then he leaves. He just disappears. All the Titans are freed. And Raven's like, I have to take out the Titans just in case they've still got some residual energy left. And Red Robin's like, no, they're cool. Trust me on that. And she's like, oh, okay. So at that point, everyone gets up and they're all like, oh, hey, yeah, we did it. But like, look at New York. At what cost? Everything is in ruins. And then all of a sudden, coming out of a portal are the Men in Black. I'm not even kidding. It's a group of like people wearing suits that are like, hey, here's the thing. We owe you guys a favor. Don't ask for what, but we're here to clean this stuff up and wipe everybody's memories and everything will be fine. And so they do exactly that. But then Robin points out, wait a minute, Simon here killed a dozen soldiers, and that's been weighing very heavily on our consciousness. And she says, no, actually, it was all just an illusion. There were no soldiers. Simon killed nobody. So the conscience is clear. Don't have to worry about that. And Raven's like, yep, that sounds like my dad. He makes illusions like that to break down your soul or whatnot. So that's doesn't make any sense. But we keep moving, and the lady in charge, who I think might be Jocelyn Lore, who we've seen before, but they don't actually say that, so I don't think it is. But regardless, she's like, hey, just to be clear, I owed you. This is a one-off. If we ever meet again, you guys are done. So she disappears. We go back to Robin's yacht, where the whole Teen Titans crew are like, Raven, you did such a good job. We want you to be part of the team. And she's like, but what about my dad? And it's like, well, clearly you don't like him and you're able to beat him back. So we're cool with it. And she's basically like, oh, yeah, no, it's great. I'm totally in on the Teen Titans. Oh, and I knew, Red Robin, that you were a good leader, despite the fact that you did all those horrible things like go up against a government agency and gather everybody on a boat, making them dependent for their home, and also making out with both Cassie and Kieran. That was all just Trigon pushing you to your limits, but you came through. Anyway, I'm going to bed. Bye. And every one of the other Titans is like, I'm sorry, you did what? You did what, Red Robin? So as Raven gets into her room, she kneels down. She says, Father, I'm one of them. Your plan worked perfectly. Oh, no, she's a mole. So we see Red Robin trying to explain. Immediately, Kid Flash takes off. He's pissed off about that. Cassie and Connor also leave, so it's just Bunker and Red Robin left as Solstice chases after Kid Flash, and he's just like, yeah, I messed up, didn't I? And he's like, yeah, they need a minute, or like many, so just let him have that. And we see Kid Flash is locked up in his room. He's barricaded the door. Solstice is like, please don't shut me out. Like, you heard her. He was under Trigon's control. And it's like, yeah, that's his excuse. What's yours? You made out with him too. I need to think about this. And then all of a sudden, a blinding light opens up in his room, and a person comes out saying, Bartor, we have tracked you across the centuries. You are wanted for crimes and whatnot. And he's like, Bartor, I know that name. And it's like, yeah, it's clearly your name. Why would you think it's anything else? Anyway, you're being arrested. And so a bunch of hands come out of a portal and they grab Bartor as he's dragged back into the future. Why does Scott Lobdell retcon things that he himself wrote? That's my question. That's my question without an answer. Like, I understand this idea of like, oh, you have to set up suspense and stuff like that. But here's the thing. If the suspense thing didn't actually happen, then it's just cheap. It's just stupid. Like, you had Simon kill people. You had Simon kill living, breathing soldiers. And then you didn't. You just said, oh, that wasn't even a thing. And you had this whole thing with like, oh no, Red Robin is actually evil. He's bad. But nope, it was Trigon. It was Trigon the whole time. Maybe that was the plan. I'm not saying it wasn't the plan, but it just feels cheap. It just feels like everything we've done doesn't matter because you just change it as soon as it's done. And yes, I'm speaking directly to Scott Lobdell here. I don't understand this writing style. And this is across all of his books. This isn't just a Teen Titans thing. This is a Superboy thing. This is a Superman thing. This is everything he writes. He seemingly sets up stuff, and then within 2 issues, it's like, yeah, but that was just a joke. No, it wasn't. It happened. I saw it. Just run with the consequence. Explore these things. It's okay for characters to have consequences. You can do that. It's actually called storytelling. Overall, this was an okay issue. It felt really empty. It didn't feel like much of anything happened because, again, Trigon just showed up, had control over all the Titans, and said, actually, you know what, I'm good, peace, and left. And this is now, mind you, the 3rd time he's left in this story arc. I give it a 3. I give it a 3. And all of that is just frustration with the arc as a whole because it had like 17 plots going. Remember the dude who was able to turn into light? Do you remember that? Did they ever deal with that? I forgot if they did. And if so, it's a crappy plot because they like didn't make a deal out of it. It's a 3. I don't even, maybe I said 3.5 before, but it's a 3 now. So, yeah. We'll see what happens in the Trial of Kid Flash, which I know is the next thing up after this. But, oh, God, I'm so done with this book.